Yo, we didn't give RDR enough respect. I'm having a very hard time picking RDR, but I'm going to pick him because, yeah, it's tough. It's tough, but I think he's just
off what you've seen. You think,
and he's just catching. He's
big. Bro.
His tires are rolling. He's got the momentum.
No, he's just tall. He's
big.
I feel like Robert Whittaker is one of those guys in the middleweight division who probably no one wants to fight, just based on his experience, his speed, his ability to get in and get out. He kind of has an unusual style to have to deal with on the feet. If Whittaker's able to get his rhythm early on and stop those takedowns, then I think Robert Whittaker can win this fight. I just like the momentum right now and the confidence from Reinier de Ridder. And I think the UFC sees someone who maybe could challenge for the belt again, a fresh name in Reinier de Ridder. So I'm going to go with RDR here. It's tough for me to any time to go against Robert Whittaker, but give me RDR.
I respect Whittaker a lot. I'm a big fan of him. He's a legend, one of the GOATs in middleweight division, you know? But I wanted to fight him, and then he said no. But then when came the opportunity to fight RDR, he said yes right away. So I'm pretty confused about it. And I think this fight, I think Whittaker wins this fight. You know, Whittaker is not bad on the ground. Whittaker knows how to move himself. And if we talk about striking, RDR is ridiculous, bro. You know, like he doesn't even know how to walk in the cage too much. So definitely he is doing a great job in the UFC. But how you go from beating Bo Nickal to fight one of the GOATs of middleweight division? This, like, it doesn't make sense to me, you know? So I think this fight is bullshit, but I think Whittaker wins.
RDR is one of those guys too. He's like a little off timing, a little off rhythm, but just super confident and tough. And we'll see where Whittaker's at in his head. You know what I mean? If Whittaker can, he's a dynamic guy. Whittaker, you know what Whittaker's going to do. You don't really know what RDR is going to do, and he's got good grappling. But can he get it there to that point? You know, Whittaker's a hard guy to track down, and RDR's wrestling's not that good. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I probably favor RDR, but Whittaker's always game.
I am a long time notorious Robert Whittaker nut hugger. I've been swinging on that guy's balls for a long time. I fucking love that guy. I love everything about him. I love watching him fight. It's a tough test for de Ridder. We're gonna find out where de Ridder really is. He's had a couple really good wins in the UFC, but no elite wins. Because of my biases, I have a tough time seeing Whittaker lose that fight. I think he's too hard to take down. I don't think that de Ridder's a good enough striker.
Yeah, I think it's a little toss. I do believe he's a grappler. He's a high-level grappler against a high-level striker. And I do believe if he stays on the feet, it's going to be a very hard fight for de Ridder. Even though I think de Ridder has the highest, his grappling is so good, bro. Like, so good. Attacks from everywhere, every type of submission, you name it, Kimura triangle, arm triangle, guillotines, like back takes. Very, very high-level finisher, but not as good on the striking. His striking is not that good, but you know what it is? I'm taking de Ridder because he's so long. Like, he very long reach, massive reach, very strong knees, good kicks. He's not gonna be the freaking Max Holloway, Topuria striking, far away from that, but he's so long that when the guy gets a little closer, he get a hold on the guy and then he start grappling. That's why I'm taking de Ridder, even though I like Robert Whittaker so much.
I feel like it's going to be the upset. I feel like RDR is going to get it done just because he's got more to prove, and he's finally in the biggest stage to do it. He was a two-weight champion, whatever.
He's big.
And we've just seen Khamzat submit.
Exactly. And I
Robert.
think if RDR is smart, he's going to take that same approach.
Yeah.
Now,
and we also seen when Dricus wrestled Robert, he had a lot of success.
Yeah.
Yeah. First, everything's possible. Of course, it's possible to him beat Whittaker. I don't think this is what's going to happen. I think Whittaker can stop him.
Yeah, I think this is by far the biggest challenge for de Ridder. No, I mean, I think he would admit that 100% too, that facing a former champ and someone like Whittaker is going to be a big problem. the problem for De Ridder is going to be able to find that fight taking place in the clinch and getting it to the ground. And if it does get there, I think the problem for Whittaker is obviously going to be if he ends up in the ground for any extended periods with De Ridder. He is massive. He is strong. He is younger, I believe, right?
Yep.
They're both 34.
They're both 34. Dude, Whittaker's just like Holloway, where you're like, you're only 34?
The dude that he fight, I feel like he got a lot to prove still. And fighting Robert Whittaker and going out there against him, really gonna show, what level he is on, to definitely fight, to be a potential next, not just contender, but, for the title eliminator. So this should be a good fight, man. I don't know what Robert Whittaker been on, how he been training, or, what still motivates him to, obviously try to get back to the belt. But at the end of the day, I think he got a big fight in front of him that's a big threat, so he definitely got to be locked in for this one.
But he's a good fighter. He's had titles in other promotions. He's had hard fights. He's been around the ring a few times. It's going to be a hard fight, and these are the fights that I go looking for. Like these are the fights that make me better, that mold me into the fighter and the athlete and the person that I want to be. I'm looking to get in there, get my hands on him, and make short work of him. But I've been training for 25-minute slugfest.
I think we're going to see a vintage Robert Whittaker, like we saw against Marvin Vettori in Paris a couple of years ago. I mean, that was a phenomenal performance. And that's kind of the game plan, what he's got to employ here. Use that footwork that he has in and out, dance around the octagon, pick him apart, use the striking, and just avoid the clinch. Because De Ridder, he's not the wrestler that Khamzat Chimaev is. He's just not. No. But he has some way, some knack of when he gets a hold of you, it is kind of sloppy at times, and I don't mean that to be insulting. It's not like technically trained wrestling, but Jesus Christ, he finds a way to drag people down to the canvas, and once he gets you there, you are in a world of shit.
I mean, can you take a look? What is he like, 6'3"? I think he's like 6'3", 6'4".
De Ridder? Yeah, he's 6'4".
Yeah, 6'4". He's a tall, long, lanky style, which I've talked to you guys forever about that's his style, man. His style is about getting in close, using those long limbs, triangles, arm bars, darces, anacondas, front rear naked chokes, all of those things. He can hit you with those ninja chokes from anywhere. So he's nasty. He's crazy. I like his style, that walk forward style, like whatever. You can't hurt me. I'm going to walk forward, close the distance, try to take you down. Robert Whittaker is going to try to stuff the takedowns. He's going to try to stay out of the clinch and try to land, the long range jab, the long range shots. And in that process, can De Ridder's chin hold up in that process? So this is going to be a good fight. At the middleweight division, I like this scenario. You're really trying to make a push for De Ridder.
Well, there's a lot to analyze with Robert. He's a lot of complex game. There's a lot of dimensions to his game. But one thing really stands out, and that is he likes to have a little bit of a second to see what you're doing. He likes to jump back, analyze, and then blitz in with his combinations. And I plan on not giving him that couple seconds.
Robert crashes in, right? He blitzes in. He's going to have to blitz in with the reach and the clinch takedown. We're going to see Whittaker off his back. And with the plus money on RDR, with the momentum, with the size, I like him here. I hate going against Bobby Knuckles, but yeah, I'm going to go RDR for sure.
Whittaker versus De Ridder. Huge fight. I think I've got De Ridder at this point.
Yep.
Because Whittaker has taken a few, and with a guy like De Ridder who's so good at finishing and bullying and imposing a physicality, and I think that's been Whittaker's problem at middleweight throughout his career, is if someone can really bully him, then he seems to struggle with it quite a bit.
So I'm gonna pick Whittaker, but De Ridder's done really well. I just think Holland and Bo Nickel are not Robert Whittaker.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've got to try my best to get the Khamzat Chimaev fight out of my head for Robert Whittaker, because up until that point he was absolutely fantastic, and I think he still is one of the best. Range control's really, really good. His anti-wrestling's really, really good, and all those things go in his favour against De Ridder. So therefore, I'm going to pick Robert Whittaker to get the job done.